Hey guys, today's video might sound a bit depressing by the title, but it's not meant to be. It's just that I think it's important to have a balanced view of things and not just be one of those, you know, think positively and everything's going to be fine, because that just doesn't work for me. So in CBT you're taught to try and think, try and come up with like a balanced thought by looking at your positive thought and your negative thought and then kind of putting them together to find a balance in the middle. So you're not being unrealistically overly positive about everything and then being disappointed when things don't work out the way you want to. So that's the reason I have made a list of 5 things anxiety stopped me doing this year. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the beginning. What's in the background of the bed? It's a book. It's not there anymore. Okay, number 1. Attending group therapy last summer. I had the opportunity to attend a therapy group during the summer this year, and even though I prepared for it a lot, I think I over prepared, and that's what ultimately freaked me out. Yeah, I didn't go. I completely choked on the day that I was supposed to start, and it was only a 4-week group and I couldn't do it, and yeah, that sucked because I really wanted to go to it, and yeah, it didn't matter what I did to try and get myself there. I had all these plans in place. I even had like little flashcards and stuff, like with things written on them to remind me of why I was going to be there and stuff to look at. You know, I had the medication in my bag in case I wanted extra medication. You know, I was going to get a taxi there, but it just did not happen and I couldn't do it, and I beat myself up about that so badly afterwards. Yeah, and that's that. Number 2 is... oh, where's number 2? I've written them weird. Number 2, speaking to people at Buffer Festival when I first saw them, although I did end up talking to them in the end on a different day, but I didn't say what I wanted to say, so I didn't really get to speak to them properly. And I'll kind of tell you a little story of what happened, because I know that I haven't posted a video to do with Buffer Festival yet, which was this YouTube film festival that happened a few weeks ago. But I will post that in future, but I won't go into details about it now. But basically, there was a lot of YouTubers there that I watch every week, and, you know, I have great admiration for, and I'd gone to this thing thinking, oh, it'd be really nice to get a photo with some of these people that I like so much, and, you know, not thinking that I'd be brave enough to kind of go up and talk to them or anything. And then the very first screening we went to was in this big... it is a cinema, but it's more than that. It's like an event space, you know. So the very first screening we went to was there, and as I walked in the first entrance, I saw a YouTuber that I know very well. I mean, I don't know her. I mean, I know her on the internet. I saw her from a distance and I recognised her immediately. And the worst part was she was standing with another YouTuber that I also watch every week. And I just walked straight past them because I was shitting myself. I was so nervous, and I mean, they were in a group with other people that had found them and were taking photos with them and everything, and they seemed to be being very nice to them, but I just walked straight past. I didn't tell my other half that I'd seen anyone. I went up the escalators, and then I turned round and I stared back down, and I just stared at them. And my other half was like, what's wrong? And I told him, and he was like, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, because you would have tried to get me to talk to them. He was like, of course I would. I would have tried, you know, I would have like pushed you to try and talk to them. And I was like, exactly, that's why I didn't tell you, because I can't do it. I froze and I was so upset. I was so upset for like the next 3 hours. that it ruined the screening that we went to see because I was just beating myself up again because I hadn't been able to just go up and just go, "Hi, do you mind if I take a picture? I love your videos." That's literally all you have to say. You don't have to have a massive dialogue. And I couldn't do it. I literally ran away from the situation. I deliberately avoided talking to them, you know? I'm still upset about that, even though I rectified the situation. Well, kind of. Because what happened later on is that we went to a meet-up, like an actual scheduled, planned meet-up with this particular YouTuber. And like other people, they don't just do one at a time, they do whoever was on the panel. So I did get to meet her in the end, but it was I like a random meet, you know, like if you just meet someone completely accidentally in the middle of a hall or a street or whatever, I like that. But this was like a, you know, planned thing where you line up and, you know, you go and get your picture and whatever. And that went okay, you know. I was really nervous, but, you know, I got to meet her and I got to meet some other people and get pictures, and it was fine. But yeah, I was really pissed off that my emotions got the better of me in that situation, that I couldn't just go up and say hello, because I said to her, I said, you know, I walked straight by you on the first day and I couldn't do anything, and she was like, "Oh my god, you shouldn't, like, don't feel like that, like, we're all here, like, to meet, you know, the people, that the viewers. That's what we're here for, you know, we want you to come up to us, you know, please try not to be scared," sort of thing. And I was just like, ooh, you know, I just couldn't do it. And it really annoys me because I feel like I know it's my confidence that gets in the way, and that somehow I feel like I don't deserve anything good, and that person, like, couldn't possibly want to talk to me, so I don't want to go and bother them, sort of thing. And I just hate that I still feel that way about myself so strongly. So yeah, that really sucked. But I know I met her in the end, and I met other people, and I actually met other people randomly as well, like around the festival, like in the street or the cinema or whatever. So that was really cool. But again, I never once had a conversation with somebody that went the way that I wanted it to. I just babbled crap and c'est la vie. It's really hard. It's really hard to be confident. And what was even worse was watching these teenage girls of about 12 years old. Well, that's not a teenager, but, you know, 12 years old, 13 years old, just go up to these people and be so confident and, like, interview them. You know, like, they had their, you know, their phones all ready to film themselves talking to this celebrity person that, you know, they wanted to talk to. And they did not have an ounce of worry or nervousness. They were just like, right, hi, this person, you know, I just want to interview you, blah, 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 I'm going to film you straight away for my channel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just standing there, like, shaking with fear, thinking, where did these children come from, and how on earth are they doing that? I never would have been able to do that. Not on my bravest day of my life would I have been able to do that. It's so odd, but that's just the way I am. I mean, I always was, you know, nervous, so I don't know what the answer is here. Number 3. Number 3. Stopped me pursuing other face-to-face friendships. And what I mean by that is, like, people in real life that I can see, go to their house, they can come to mine. As in, not just online friendships. As awesome as they are. You know I love my online friendships. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to make more of an effort with people and build upon friendships that I've made that are, like, very, very base level friendships, because I can't take them any further, you know, I can't do it, I can't make myself do it. And even if someone, like, invites me to go and do something, I haven't gone, and I've said I can't go, if, you know, I'm ill or whatever, I can't remember what I've said now, but there's still only these 2 friends that I've made that I truly will tell how I'm feeling. And if I don't want to go somewhere that I've said I'll go to with them, I will tell them why, and I'll say it's because I'm anxious. You know, I'm not going to make up a lie and lie to them. And I feel comfortable with them when I do go out with them, and, you know. So, yeah, it's just stopped me pursuing anything outside those 2 friendships. So obviously I'm forever grateful for those 2 friendships. It's just that it stopped me developing any more on top of that. I guess it's a slow process, and yeah, I'm surprised I even have 2. So yeah, that's the end of that one. Oh, I know why I'm getting confused. It's because I've like made a list within a list. So I keep looking for the next number, and then it's like, this is like my little list, and then this is my long list. So I keep going to the other one going, what the hell does that mean? I should really have a different book, or a different page. Number 4, it stopped me from working. It stopped me getting a job. I still don't have a job, I still don't work, and I don't see that changing in the very near future. It's something that I find very uncomfortable to talk about. I'm not even looking at you right now because I feel so much shame around it. And it's not something I ever want to discuss with people. I try and avoid the subject, and it makes me incredibly uncomfortable to not be able to work, especially at my age. And I know I've got other health problems, physical health problems, but I feel like mental health is not treated anywhere near the same as a physical health problem that might stop someone from working. So if you say, you know, if someone really gets to you and gets, you know, won't like take no for an answer and asks you, you know, why don't you work, you know, why aren't you working, and you say, oh, you know, I have anxiety problems, I have depression, you know, there's all these things, I have panic disorder, they won't take that as an answer. And you know they won't. Like, not necessarily that they're going to argue with you, but that you know that they're looking at you going like, that's nothing, you know? They don't understand. That's the base point of it. Yeah. So, it's pretty clear that it upsets me quite a lot that I don't work and I can't at the moment, and that's all I really want to do, you know? I want to be able to provide support for myself, you know, I don't want to be reliant on others for everything. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. That probably should have been number 1. And number 5, it was weird, because when I was trying to think of number 5, I found myself not being able to think of number 5. And I was like, there's so many things I haven't done this year, but all of them were kind of, didn't seem, I don't know, they're all like tiny little things. And I was trying to think of the bigger things. So I put down saying what I really want to people because of the fear of a negative reaction. And basically I'm just talking about not being assertive and being so unconfident in everything. Yeah, so if someone says something to me and I don't agree with it, I used to stand up for myself and say that I didn't agree with something. But now, because my fear of rejection and any kind of negative reaction from people, I usually won't speak up. Like, it depends what it is. There's some very particular subjects that I would not keep quiet about at all. But I'm talking about on a personal level. Like, if someone, you know, is talking to me about, you know, something random, like, I won't be assertive. I won't speak up if I'm feeling a certain way about something. Like, I won't even speak up sometimes when I want to leave somewhere. I'll just be like, I'll just go along with people, whatever they want, sort of thing. So, say if someone's like, oh, let's all go for a walk down the road, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling really ill, I don't want to go for a walk, I'll just go anyway, and then I'll feel really bad and then have to come home. So I'm like, well, why didn't I just say I just didn't want to go out in the first place? So I've definitely got to work on that, and that sucks. I can't really think of another example of that, other than, again, with the YouTube thing, with not being able to go up and have the conversations I want to have with people. Like, I'll have it in my head what I want to say, but then I'll get there and it will just disappear and I'll just not be able to say what I want to say at all. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah. that was actually quite a depressing video, I'm really sorry. But that's the truth of the matter, you know. I have done a lot of things this year that I couldn't do last year or the year before, but I still have things that I have a lot of trouble with, and I am working on them every day, and I feel like that's all I can do, you know. You can't wish yourself better overnight. It doesn't happen. But if you're lucky enough, you will find yourself being able to gradually do more and more stuff, even if, you know, it's never consistent. It doesn't just like get better in a straight line going up like this. It's like, you know, I've so done this before. I know I've done that before in a video. You know, progress is not linear. Progress is not a straight line. It is a very, 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 very wobbly line. But I have made progress, but I can see where I still have work to do, and I think that's important, you know, not to try and ignore the things that you still need, you know, that you still want to work on. You know, if you're happy where you are, you're happy where you are. I am not happy the way I am. So at least I know the areas that I want to work on more, you know, and the things that I might be able to do already that I might not need to dedicate so much time to, you know. So I'm gonna leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. I hope that these videos aren't getting too much. I know I've posted a heck of a lot recently, but the reason for that is my upcoming anniversary. So if you have stuck with me through the whole thing and watched them all, you're amazing. And yeah, just thank you to anybody who's watching this right now. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye.